I know the whole Bible. That Bible is fake.
It's fake?
It's fake. It's written by men.
Right.
Just like the Quran.
All right, we're going to prove it. 32 and 26.
I can argue with you all day about this.
I would scatter them.
Right? So the people of this Bible scattered them, right? But this isn't true, though. But you said this isn't true. But there's some people that got scattered. Go ahead.
I said, and he shall put a yoke of iron.
These same people that we serving, that going to for the one of all things, these people put a yoke of iron, which is an iron ring, a chain that was going from slave to slave, right? This is an iron yoke, right? This literally happened. And this was written thousands of years ago. This is a literal prophecy. This is a curse. This is curses that's put upon us because of our disobedience that we're going through. Like, we can prove it.
54. No, you're not. No, you're actually telling the truth. You're amazing proof. No, you're actually telling the truth. You're amazing proof.
All praise to the
And
Most High.
towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So we're going to have fatherless households, man. As a majority, we the only ones that kill each other. That's, you know what I mean? And me, my father was in jail for homicide till I was a teenager.
I ain't never know my father.
It went down the line. I ain't even know my pop. It went down the line. My baby mom trying to get my kids. So I know what it is.
So who this?
My dad waiting for America.
Who is this?
He left.
Right? Who this talk about?
It's only right. This is our book. It doesn't belong to nobody else.
I'm tired of playing with him. He just can't comprehend what I'm saying to him. All I could do is pray for him. Lord willing, he willing on changing his ways. Deep down, I just know that he counting his days. I love him, so I'm trying to find him, talk face to face. But his demons don't want me, and he been staying away. He see the strength of my faith because my work show it. Maybe next time he'll see me and allow me to show him. Gotta be that light so he can see this path that I'm going. There's the responsibility of being one of the chosen.
All praises.
I came down here to sing for the Lord, and the fear, it does.
Right.
And I understand now. Thank you so much.
Can you get a flyer from my brother?
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. What's up, King?
What's going on, King?
I'm chilling, man. We out here for you, man, because we love you sincerely, King.
Right.
I like y'all too, man. I was in a coma.
Yeah.
I was in a coma for 4 months. They had me on Seroquel, Vilify, Depakote. What the game is, we all are meat to the government.
Yeah, we are.
We're not, people don't understand that. If we really break it down, my name is Shidi Macho the Mentor. I'm a rapper also.
All praise to the Most
I'm a
High.
singer also. I was Muslim at one time. See, I was Sunni, but then I became Shiite. But Shiite, it was to protect everyone around me.
Okay.
You, me, if the cops came here right now and said, get down on the motherfucking ground. You're not getting on the ground. You're gonna stand here. Don't get on the ground.
Right. The Bible tells us to do that. We can't stand by idly when our brother's life in danger.
Right.
See, I was in a coma for 4 months.
Why?
Because I overdosed. I wanted to see what hell was like. A lot of these brothers, yeah. A lot of these brothers keep on talking about their demons.
Bro, go to Kensington. You'll see what hell look like.
I know. No. Listen, this is hell on earth.
This is.
Right.
Listen, I was in a coma for 4 months. Can't nobody tell me about this, bro. Like, a lot of these young boys around, they keep talking about their demons and shit. Excuse my language.
They on demon time.
Platform. But they talking about their demons. Until you kill yourself, you ain't no demon. You're not a demon.
There is demons, though.
No, they not. Y'all not guiding them right. The men need to guide.
So who's
the men need to guide, and the women actually need to oversee. That's what's going on right now. The men are not guiding. We talk about it, but we don't lead it. We talk about it, but we don't lead it.
How do we lead, though? What are we going to lead with?
You see what you're doing right now, my brother?
Yeah.
This is what you should be
This is
doing.
what our people should be doing, man. All praise to the Most
Now, as
High.
I'm here talking to you on this platform, right?
Yeah.
Follow me,
What's your
and I'll follow y'all.
platform?
Shidi Macho the Mentor.
Say it again, louder.
Shidi Macho the Mentor.
Read, spell it for me.
S-H-E-E-D.
Yeah, man, I'll follow you, man. And definitely follow us back, man.
I feel like I'm about to bring this Great Minds Think Alike program together. Where all the black men like y'all, all the black men and all the leaders need to come together, because it don't make no sense.
It don't.
How all of these people killing each other and we not coming together. Sure, we all sinners and we all do this, but at the end of the day, when the world goes to a bank and they hit that Statue of Liberty. See, a lot
With
of
a
people
nuke?
don't even know.
With a nuke?
See, a lot of people don't know. I asked a lot of people, what's the tallest statue in Philadelphia?
Right.
They so fucking stupid, they don't even know. That's the tallest statue in Philadelphia.
Yeah, William Penn.
When they hit that statue right there, and when they hit over New York, because I seen it in my coma, I seen them hitting the motherfucking Statue
With what?
of Liberty.
With what? With what?
With a nuke.
With a nuke.
Right.
All praise to the
Oh,
Most High,
praise to the
man.
Most High.
It's coming, man.
It's coming.
already-
It's coming.
Listen,
It's coming, man.
A lot of people don't know you ever been to Crystal Cave.
Nah.
See, do your research.
Crystal Cave?
Crystal Cave. That's where the Underground Railroad was leading all the way to. Why y'all think they hit the motherfucking I-95? A lot of people don't pay attention. Y'all watch movies, but y'all don't pay attention.
So what you serve? What God you serve, man?
I serve the Most High.
All praise.
The Most High that kept me here. That
All praise to the Most High, man.
bro.
Yeah.
This triangle ain't on my hand for a reason.
Let me show you something. I'm bring
It's a
that.
hexagon on. It's a hexagon on everybody's hand that they don't even pay attention to. A star in a triangle. Pay attention to.
All right, here this. real
This is
quick.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He,
This is God. He's saying that he, him, right? Keep going.
and there is no God with me.
There's nobody with him. There's no Jesus Christ. There's no Satan with him, right? It's him, right? Keep going.
I kill and I make alive.
God said he killing and he making alive, right? Keep going. Hold on.
I wound and I
So
heal.
everybody got shot yesterday that ain't died. He wounded them and they healing, right? That's of God. You heal, King. That's of God, right?
Right.
Keep going.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
So every time I went to jail, I should have stood home with my bread. I should have did. It's nothing we could have did. When I got hit up, guess what? I should have been in the fucking house, but guess what? It was of God. He wanted me out there. He wanted me sitting on them steps and do this to me. You know what I mean?
Now I'm gonna break this down to you. I can be you can be me at any given
Yes,
time.
yes.
That's what God is in you.
Yeah.
He's in me. He's in him. He's in all men. He's in all men. When they say amen, wake up. We all gotta wake up. All men gotta wake up or they stuck.
So let me show you. I'm gonna show you where God is. I'm gonna show you where He at. Because you're right. He's
Yeah, man.
the kingdom of heaven is in
Yeah,
us.
Look, the eye is the window to the soul,
That's
right?
right, yeah.
So at the end of the day, when they take your eyes, right, what do they put it? Into another person.
Yeah, they
It
take
took
your
another
heart, your
person.
liver.
No, listen. It took another person to die next to me for me to come back alive.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And the Most High made sure that person was gone, so you can
And I'm in a wheelchair, right? But a lot of motherfuckers, they like to play around and shit, right? They sit in my wheelchair. I get out the wheelchair and all that, bro. I get out the wheelchair and all that. But it's like, at the end of the day, I don't make my cripple, like they call it cripples and all that shit. I don't make that shit look like it's like I'm crippled. I'm everywhere. I'm all over.
You make it look good.
I make it look good.
That's right.
At the end of the day, I met Mary Malik, all of the rappers that's in Philly. I met all of them. But it's like, at the end of the day, when the fuck is this put together? This rap is politicians, everything in one.
Yeah, but rap teaching our people to be steppers, teaching our people to be drug dealers and adulterers.
That's the thing about the rap. See, I got an album called Halloween. Me and my cousin Boy True. We're trying to get Philly Jesus to actually get into it too. See, what it is we all got a God in us. We all, if they scared to let us know that we X-Men. We X-Men for real. It took 2 weeks for this to hit when this trait came out. And I couldn't talk to none of that. When that trait came out, bro, I was able to talk. I had a lady saved me by the same name as my mom. Numbers is not a coincidence. Every day we waking up living the same day over and over and over and over and over again.
That's what it feels like, going to work,
and
right?
tell
Pay
you-
your taxes,
and tell
pay your
you-
bills.
No, but
Right.
listen,
Same shit over
but
and over.
listen, I'm gonna tell y'all how to break the motherfucking chain.
I can
See,
show
Oh
you.
yeah, we can show you.
I know how to break the chain.
wanna hear it.
All you gotta do is come together as one, as
How?
men. They afraid for that. You
Yeah.
mean how?
how?
My man's how? What you mean how?
How do we
Y'all
come
been
together?
slaves
How
for
do we
how
come
many
together?
years?
Yeah,
How do we come
how do we
together,
come
though?
together?
Talk the same talk that y'all talking, bring people together like that.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all just let me over here, right? Y'all can lead 1,000 men. That's why they scared. They scared, bro. They scared.
They is
These
scared.
people
Black and
scared.
brown coming together,
They
man.
scared.
We the
Listen,
majority of the earth.
We,
man.
listen,
Right.
we are. These people came from the fucking Caucasus.
From the Caucasus Mountains, they couldn't even stand in the sun.
Right. How the weakest people
now,
ruling
you
over us.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something about something else. You heard of Yaku Stowe, right?
No.
So y'all gotta do y'all research.
Really, we only research this Bible.
Now this white man,
Uh-huh.
this black man made white people. How the fuck can you get an albino?
And
No,
a black man and a black woman
Two
can make
black
any shade of
people.
black.
No,
Yes.
bro. No, bro.
They
No,
have
I'ma break it
albino
down.
babies, but they're not
Bro,
made in the lab,
I'ma
okay?
break it down. Yeah, bro. All of this shit is, y'all don't even think, all of this shit is man-made. Everything is man-made. Twins, man-made. All
So-
that shit man-made. They take your sperm
So
every time.
who made the birds? Who made the trees?
Who made the birds?
Yeah, who made man?
Science,
Who
bro.
made woman?
Science.
Science made
Science.
birds.
Science.
Science made the pigs, the whales, the fish.
All of that.
They
bro.
never even
Science.
explored the whole deep of the
listen,
ocean. How did they
retarded.
make it?
They so retarded. They didn't make it. They came over here. They came over here.
Who?
This our land. Philadelphia is our land.
Where you from? What's your
I'm from
nationality?
North. I'm from North.
But what's your nationality? African American, so
No,
called?
I'm not African American.
So-called.
I'm a Moor.
You're a Moor?
I'm not African American.
I'm saying, like, what?
I'm not
What
up
would
there.
this world
I'm not
classify
up-
you as?
I'm a Moor.
A Moor.
No, I know what
Moor
you
means
classify
black.
yourself.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what would this world classify you as?
I don't want them to classify me as nothing.
Now I know. I'm just saying. What would they? What would they
They gonna classify me as a
as
meat.
as a black
as a
man?
species, as a
Bro,
meat.
they classify you. They
Yeah,
classify
prey.
you as a
They
property,
prey. No, they
and not a
prey.
people.
They propertize. They
Yeah.
call you a prey. They a prey.
Yeah.
They prey over you. You think why you go to church and they go, I did not mind that new babu shot. Stop playing, man.
Yeah, that's
Shit,
bullshit.
all
Yeah, that's
come on, dog.
bullshit.
How you when you say happy birthday? That's a curse. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's-
all.
that's-
Listen. This shit right here, that's a hologram that y'all niggas looking at right now.
What,
That
the
shit ain't
sky?
real. It's a hologram, bro. It's
So
a
who
hologram.
made this earth? Who saying,
made this
you
earth?
saying
We
that
did.
We made the earth.
We
How could we
did.
have made the earth if the earth wasn't
We
here
are
for us to
I'm
make?
gonna break it down to you. We molecules and everything in one. So let me ask you this: how much is a human body?
What you mean?
How much is a human body worth?
Depending on how healthy
No,
you
how
are,
much?
what
No,
organs
no,
you got in
no,
the blood cycle.
no.
What tell me? I never
45
looked
million.
up.
That's what you need to
45
look
million.
up. 45 million you're worth. Dead or alive, my nigga. Dead or alive.
Are there things like
When you die, right? All they gonna do is burn your fucking bones and take
21,
everything,
what?
and your family gonna get that bread. Personally, of your family gonna get that bread.
All right, let me show you something. Let me show you what we believe in, King. Go ahead.
I know what
Genesis
y'all.
1 and
I
1?
know what y'all believe
In
in.
the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Right in the
That
beginning,
was
God
written.
created the
That
heavens
was
and the earth.
written,
Yeah,
right?
it was
by
written
who?
by Moses.
No, by a man.
It was by Moses.
By
Moses was a man.
Now look, Moses, right?
Huh?
He's our third. What grandfather is he to us?
He's
Now,
an
let's break
ancestor,
it down.
great ancestor.
He's a grandfather.
Yeah.
He's an ancestor, so he's a grandfather, right?
Uh-huh.
So at the end of the day, what are y'all? Y'all are ancestors to Moses.
We are his children, yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, what I believe in.
Well, Moses is a Levite, so he's not.
Levite.
Anybody that's Haitian will come out of him.
Come out of here.
Exactly. So what I'm telling you is, why you think I got these dreads on my head? They antennas. They call ethers. They call ethers. The sun, right? That sun, what they got y'all breathing in is actually motherfucking non-ether. We are non-ether beings.
All right, so look, we believe in this, right? So we only deal with this
I know it.
because that's
I
all
just think-
speculation.
No, listen, no it ain't.
It is.
I mean, if you don't have nothing to back up with
I can
proof
back up.
from what you're
You
saying,
didn't-
then
well, what I just
it's
said,
all
is look up
speculation.
look up a million, look up a body, how much a human body worth, and he didn't look it up.
I've been looking
So-
up.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but-
so I got.
Bro,
the
they were
proof that
selling
I'm
you
telling
on
y'all
Black.
to look
They
it
were
up.
selling you our children on Black Friday for clearance.
No, that's
They were.
old. That's old. That's
And so-
old.
so they
Let's
couldn't-
talk
they
about
wasn't 45
now.
million.
Let's talk about now. I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about now.
Okay.
You gotta talk
So
about
how much were they
now.
worth before?
How much were they worth? It was worth a fucking penny. $100.
So
a
now
penny.
it's worth 45 million.
It's worth. Look it up. Look it up. You talking that, but I'm telling you, it's worth
Okay.
how much it is. I need you to look it up and show them on that screen. How much is
So,
your body?
so go to Joel. Go back to Joel.
I know the whole Bible. That
You know the
Bible
whole
is
Bible?
fake.
It's fake?
It's fake. It's
It's
written
fake?
by men.
All right.
Just like the
All right,
Quran.
all right, we gonna prove it.
Just like the
We gonna
Quran.
prove it.
Just like the Quran.
Go
It's fake.
to 32.
And I'm not.
Go to
and
Deuteronomy
look,
32.
look, I'm not knocking your guy, right? But I've been through this shit. I've been through all of this. I done heard all of this.
32 and
You
26.
heard me? I can argue with you all
What's up,
day
King?
about this. I can argue with you
Yeah,
all
we
day
debate the
about
Bible. We debate
God.
everybody about the
Yeah, I
Bible.
can argue with you about God, the Quran. I can argue about all of that all day.
The Quran's gonna lose.
This shit is fun. The
Not the
Quran,
Bible.
man, all that shit fake. It's written by a man.
All
Everything
right,
is fake.
So look, let me show you something. Let's see if this
writ-
fake. Let's see if this
who-
fake.
Who had the first
Deuteronomy.
pen? Who had the
32.
first, wait,
Look,
before you
26.
say that, who had the first pen?
The first pen that has nothing to do with what we're talking
No,
about.
how was that black ink written
It
on
was
those
written in
papers?
stone tablets.
It was written in stone tablets.
Right, they was
Okay.
chiseling it on walls on
Okay.
stone tablets.
So let me ask you this: if you wasn't around, how you know that?
I mean, know that because we can go by
If you
archaeological
wasn't, no.
evidence.
If you
They had
wasn't,
engravings on stone.
I'm gonna break it down to you even further. If you wasn't there to see the pyramids being built,
Yeah.
they can tell you the sky is green right now. You
Yeah.
look up, what color is it?
It's depending on what you was raised to believe.
No.
If
What color is
I
it right
raise
now?
my daughter
No.
to say that their sky is green from when she was born today, and
That'd be
she's going to
stupid.
believe that their sky
That'd be
is green.
Stupid. That'd
It's
be
what she's
stupid
been
of you.
learning, just like how
That'd be
people think they're
stupid.
black.
Like
Just like
I
how people
said,
think
no
they Puerto
guidance.
Rican and
Like
Dominican.
I said, no guidance.
It's no guidance.
That'd be
you're-
stupid.
So look, you're saying because man wrote the book that this can't be true.
It's,
What would make it
it's true. It's
what would
true
make it
because
true?
it's coming too far sight. You understand?
Right.
Look, reality, real lives, real reality. We're in 5.
The reason why we believe this-
Y'all can say that.
Let me show you reality. Bring that up. Bring that up.
Deuteronomy 32 and 26. I said, I would scatter them.
Right?
He
So
already
the
did.
people of this
He
Bible
already
scattered
did.
them,
He
right? But
already
this
did.
isn't true though. But you said this isn't true. But there's some people that got scattered. Go ahead.
I said I would scatter them into corners.
Right? That's scattered to the four corners of the earth, right? Keep going.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease.
He's going to make the remembrance of them to cease. That's why we believe
So
we're
let me
Moors.
ask you,
We believe we're
who's the
Puerto Rican,
president?
Dominican,
All right,
Haitian,
all right.
Jamaican,
Let me
black.
break it down more to you.
Right? Now go to
Why is the
Deuteronomy. Let's go to
So who's the one that's
Amos 3:1.
separating y'all? If the president starts separating, I look at this shit all different ways. I got a 5-dimensional head.
Bro, we worried about what God
I
doing to us, man.
understand what y'all saying, but I understand all of that. I
Wow.
read the Injil, the Torah, all of that. Can't nobody, bro. I killed myself to see what hell feel like, bro.
How it felt like?
It was hot.
It was hot? You
It was
went to
certain
hell?
screen. It was screens.
Was
that
there
you
a
can't
red
even
man? There was a
imagine.
red man down there?
Fuck no, my nigga. No, it ain't that.
So it was fire down there?
It's fire. Shit you can't even imagine, nigga. Unbearable screens. You see you see that statue right there? You gonna see that everybody jumping the fuck off that shit every fucking day, my nigga. Every day,
hell?
my nigga. In hell. And mind you,
Are we not living in hell right now?
listen.
Are we not?
This
I
ain't worse.
did hear you
This
say
not
that,
worse
though.
than hell. This not worse than hell.
Bro, we getting
This
shot. Our
not-
kids getting shot. We filling
Because
up the
y'all not
prison house.
guiding them right. Y'all
Right.
ain't guiding them right. Y'all rather talking.
It's
not
still
they
guiding.
not following
It's
this
still
guy.
Right.
No,
This is the
that
guidance.
guidance right there, right?
Look,
As y'all talking,
It's only
that
for us.
listen, if have you been shot, right?
Yes.
So you see hell, right?
no.
Why
That was
you
my
ain't
that
see
was
that?
my hell. That was
wasn't.
that shit was fire. That shit was
No.
sizzling my ribs, and I feel that
bro,
shit every day.
listen,
Yes,
bro,
I'm in
listen,
hell, man.
Bro, no. You right here talking right now, and the fucking nuke can hit that, and we'll all die. That's what we all going to hell. We all going to hell.
See, but that's not what we believe.
That's
no,
not what
we
I'ma
never
tell
been.
y'all,
See, look,
y'all don't believe it now, but y'all didn't believe it back then. So then why y'all think y'all doing this now?
right? Because he
y'all
said we was gonna forget.
Y'all
Because he
woke.
said that we was
Y'all
gonna forget.
woke. Y'all woke. I can
Yeah,
talk
but you
this
saying
shit
that
all
we
day.
woke, but we reading the Bible. You said it's not true. How we woke if this ain't true?
I'm gonna tell you because you've been shot, my nigga.
That don't make me-
That don't make
Whoa.
you broke.
Huh?
Yeah.
Nigga,
Nigga, you
I-
could have died when you got shot.
Yeah.
You couldn't have. I wouldn't have been here talking to you right now.
But that
Let's
don't make
talk
us
facts.
woke.
No,
We still
it-
asleep.
no,
There's still a lot of people
It's
still
still
in
people
slumber,
asleep,
man.
man.
It's a nigga.
Look.
They
This
say
is-
angels don't sleep, right?
This is Amos 3 and 1.
Angels
Read
don't
this, read
sleep,
this.
right?
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right? All praise to the Most High. What's up, King?
Shalom, King.
Right? Hear this word that. Go ahead. Say that again.
Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right, so God only speaking to a particular group of people. He's talking to the Israelites, right? You're an Israelite. All right, keep going.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right?
Saying, you only have I known
Saying you the only one I know. Right? Keep going.
of all the families of the
Out
earth.
of everybody, right? And Israelite is an ethnicity, right? So we would be Israelites, but the East Indians, they would be Elamites, right? The white man would be an Edomite, right? So you understand, right? So he's not dealing with them. He said, well, he only know us out of all the families of the earth. Keep going.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, we the ones that's in these wheelchairs, man. We the ones filling up these prison houses. We the ones that our kids getting shot on straight bullets, man. Yeah. So how was this bullshit? If this was prophecy that this was going to happen to us as a sign and a wonder and upon our children forever as long as we disobedient.
Not saying bullshit in that sense, but it has been written over and over and over, and it hasn't probably been.
It's not written though. It's just translated.
It's just
so it was in
translated.
Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, and it got translated into English, Spanish, French.
Translated is just another form of wording.
So you can understand, right? If I read it to you in Hebrew, we studied the Hebrew, but if I read it,
and understand everything.
you can comprehend.
Yes,
So
I can comprehend.
Abanaw Shaba Shaba Yam Kadash Hayashim Kaya Hawa Malakwafka Thaba Ratazaka. What did I say?
I don't.
I know, because you don't. That's why we can't bring out Hebrew.
That's why
we
we
can't
can't
bring it
bring
out in
it.
Hebrew,
I
so they
would
have
love,
to
I'm
translate
gonna break
it
it down like
in
this.
the English.
I would love to learn it. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to learn it as a brother because that's what I'm supposed to learn. The English word has been broken up 1,000 languages for money.
So it's like the Most High would not allow
He will not allow
this to
nothing
be
yeah,
corrupted,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
That's one thing, right? And it was always going to be around us.
Yeah,
This is
it's always
Deuteronomy
gonna be
30 and
around.
11.
It's
For
always
this
gonna be around.
commandment which I command thee this day is not hid from thee.
Right, it's not hid from us,
Exactly.
right? It's in our face. It's been on grandma nightstands
Yeah,
collecting
yes,
dust, right?
yes.
Keep going.
Neither is it far off. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who should go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
Right, it's not in heavens where we got to go up there like how they say Muhammad went on a horse and rode up there and got a revelation. No, it's right here. It's here
Right
on
here.
earth, so where we can understand it. Keep going.
It says, neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us.
Right, it's right here. We could go to Walmart and buy it. We could-
Right.
Yeah.
It's always
It's a
gonna be in front
record.
of
It's a
us.
record.
Right in front of us. We gotta go get it ourselves. That's what's wrong with the black people. They don't know
So
how
look,
to go and get knowledge and
If
seek knowledge.
if you wrote your testimony, right, everything you've been through, and then it got passed down generation to generation, so where now your great grandchildren are reading it, right? Is it bullshit?
No, they bullshit.
It's your real life shit,
It's real life shit.
right? This is the same
This is
thing
the
here.
same
This is the
thing that
authors
I
in it.
understand, but I just look at how many times, like I done seen when I was a kid, looking at different books and reading different
It's really how they
books.
taught it to us.
Yeah,
Right.
and I was like, yo, then watching people really talk about it and then going home. Like, I'm a sinner too. I done seen people hypocrite and do shit at the same time, but at the end of the day, we all are on this earth to realize it's a lesson learned. This shit wasn't built in a day. We
Yeah.
have to learn it. It's learn.
Yeah, if we forgot it, we gotta relearn
Yeah,
it.
we gotta relearn it.
Yeah.
Our eyes is closed, but once you open it, it's up.
Let me show you what else. This is prophecy. Moses wrote this thousands of years ago, and we going through this today. Go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Right, so there's gonna be curses upon the people,
Yep.
right? And you can just look at our communities. Look-
Leprosy, COVID, all of that.
Yeah, going to prison houses,
Yep.
burying our children, having the evil eye over the
Yep.
brothers.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
doubting our life day and night, right? Keep going.
And shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Why?
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Because we ain't listen to God to do what?
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee, and they shall be upon thee
These curses are going to be upon us for what?
for a
For
sign.
a sign. How we know we on 15th and Market? Because there's a sign that says 15th. If not, that'd just be a street. How you know that that's Citizens Bank? Because it's a sign. If not, that'd just be a building. So these curses are going to be upon the people for a sign, and what else?
And for a wonder.
Because we're going to be wondering why we going through this. Why is it our kids? Why we filling up the prison houses? Why our women hate us, right? Why our women want to rather be with the Arab or the white man than with us when we the best people on this earth, right?
Right.
Keep going.
And upon thy seed forever.
Forever, as long as we're not keeping these commandments. So it happened in Babylon, it happened in Egypt, it happened in the Persian captivity, it happened in the Greek captivity, it happened in the Roman, and it's happening today to us because it's a curse because of our disobedience. Keep going.
It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy God
For what?
with joyfulness and with gladness of heart,
Right, we
for
not-
the
we-
abundance of all
We
things.
don't serve God for joyfulness because we gotta kill the firstborn of every
Yeah.
person to get us out of slavery.
Right.
But since we're not serving Him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, and we serving the bag, right? Keep going.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Right, so now we gotta serve our enemies, and it look like we serving a white man here in America. What else we going to these enemies for?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And God had to send them because these weak people can't stand toe to toe with us. Right. So it had to be that God put it in their spirit to come against us and conquer us because of our disobedience, because of our sin. Right. Keep going.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So these people that's we serving, which is the white man, we gotta go to them in hunger for food. Right. What else?
And in
We
thirst.
gotta go to them for water. What else?
And in
We
nakedness.
gotta go to them for clothing. Right. These same people that raped, robbed, and murdered us, we gotta go to them for what else?
And in wants of all things.
We need permission to drive. We need permission to hunt. We gotta go to them for education, for housing, to permission to hunt, permission to fish. All these things we gotta go to the same people with purple hair on, purple color on his head. That's really over us, right? They get a
Why do we
loan.
need that?
Huh?
Why do we need that?
Why do we need what?
To do all of that.
Because it's a curse. He's telling us
He's
because it's a
telling that
curse
we're
because of our
cursed.
disobedience.
What happened because we didn't listen to him.
Right? Keep going.
And he shall put a yoke of
These
iron.
same people that we serving, that going to for the one of all things, these people put a yoke of iron, which is an iron ring, a chain that was going from slave to slave, right? This is an iron yoke, right? This literally happened. And this was written thousands of years ago. This is a literal prophecy. They said that these people was gonna put a yoke of iron on our necks, and what else?
Upon thy neck
Uh-huh.
until he have destroyed thee.
Right, and they destroyed us. Now we call ourselves everything else except for our
Look at all
nationality.
these rappers.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's the further, guess who runs the music industry? The Jewish man.
Jewish.
Right? The fake Jews, right? They
fake
run it to where they promote the rapping about killing, rapping about drug dealing, and rapping about Mr. Take Your Girl. But it's
Over $1.
over $1. And guess what's on Q102? He broke my heart, you know what I mean? All this love shit. But with us, it's all about hate,
But
right?
it's mind control for one.
It is mind control.
No,
Because this is what we perceive to be a real nigga. Right? I'm a real nigga because I stand on the corner and I sell drugs and I spin a block and kill my own people.
How about we say change? How about we
real.
change? How about we change
Nah,
the
nah.
nigga and say, brother?
Yeah.
How about we change that narrative?
Right? And it's crazy because we'll see. We'll see the white man calling us a nigga in the Bible. Right?
Right.
Go ahead, keep going. Watch
It
this.
says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Right, we was here in the Americas. This French, British, and Spaniards came from far, came over here and colonized the Americas.
They still coming
Killed-
over here.
Bro, they killed so many Native Indians. They killed 75% of the Native Indians up in the Northeast, and then they killed 90% of the Taino Indians, and they killed so many of us that they went to the western shores of Africa, and they picked up the so-called Negroes, brought them over here to replace the slaves that they killed, so that we together can be oppressed in this land together, where we're going to be saved from, like prophecy says, so that we can build all this Roman architecture right here. Right? Keep going.
So the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth.
Coincidentally, right? America idolizes this eagle. Spain idolizes this eagle, and it's a predatory bird, right? They come and they fly above high and they swoop down and they kill everything.
Love? What does Philadelphia represent?
The fly, yeah, fly eagle fly. You see that?
Right.
You see that?
I know.
Yeah, right. But watch this.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
You didn't know English. We didn't know English.
We don't understand.
We didn't
Right.
understand their
Right.
word.
That's what he just said.
Yeah.
We don't understand the word.
Right, we didn't understand this. You didn't know Spanish. I mean, English.
We
You didn't know
didn't know
Spanish.
Spanish, right.
And the Jamaicans and the Haitians didn't know French and Portuguese because the French, the British, and the Spaniards came over here and colonized our people. You know what I mean, so this is why we are speaking a tongue that we never understood. Right? Go down. We got more on that. Go down to 45. Watch this. This is a curse. This is curses that's put upon us because of our disobedience that we're going through. Like we can prove it.
54.
No, you're not. No, you're actually telling the truth. You're a major curse.
All praise to the Most High. Watch this.
So
Yeah, it's all the oracles of God.
Witches,
all right.
demons, and warlocks.
Right. Right.
So that-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so that the man that is tender among you
Uh-huh.
and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So if we kept the laws, we would be tender and delicate towards each other. If you needed something, I'll help you. If you was unloading your cattle, I would go out there and help you. If you was poor, you wouldn't be poor because if we had it, we'll come and bring you in so
Right.
that you wouldn't be in that predicament. That's how we used to love each other. But what happened?
It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So if we kept the law, we'll show love. And now that we're not keeping the law, it's going to be a curse that we got an evil eye towards each other. And there ain't no other nation of people that's killing each other over a look.
Right.
If I look at these brothers wrong, they might want to pop off on me. I mean, not saying that that's what they would do, but that's how our people is.
Right.
I mean, you get killed over a look. Right? You get killed over a bundle in Philly, man. Right? We got an evil eye towards each other. You can't step on my fresh brothers, man. Go ahead.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Right? And there wasn't no love, right? They walked past, it wasn't love. That's an evil eye. And then we got an evil eye towards the wife of our bosom because we'll
started screaming out some Arabic at us too.
Wow.
I mean, like he's Arab or something, right? So it was the wife of his bosom, right? Because we share our woman. We treat our woman like shit, but we'll walk around with a white girl like a trophy, a Chinese girl like a trophy. We think we got something exotic when we really exotic to them.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So we're going to have fatherless households, man. As a majority, we the only ones that kill each other that's... You know what I mean? And me, my father was in jail for a homicide till I was a teenager.
I ain't never know my father.
It went down the line. I didn't even know my pop. It went down the line. My baby mom trying to get my kids. So I know what it is.
So who this?
My dad waiting for America.
Who is
He
this?
left.
Right? Who this talk about?
It's only right. This is our book. It doesn't belong to nobody else.
Watch this.
65
Count.
says verse 65.
Yeah.
And among these nations,
the Chinese right there, we got Arabs walking by, we got the white man over here, we got all these nations, look, right? Go ahead.
shall thou find no ease.
We ain't gonna find no ease, man. It ain't gonna be easy out here. It's easy for them, right? They kids go to college, they build this funds for them and all that. But for us, right, we got prisons, man. Keep going.
It says, ease. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Right, our feet, our grandparents, man. Our grandparents raised me. You know what I mean? And guess what? They feet is swollen, man.
Grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma. Listen, we were raised by our greats, so you know what you are. A chosen.
Yeah, man, we are chosen. We are a chosen generation, a chosen priesthood, right?
Yeah.
But we gotta work. We gotta have mom and dad working and having a daycare or a white man's curriculum raising our children instead of us raising our children and having our wives being submissive and taking care of the house while the husband goes out and puts in the work for the Most High God and to provide. And back in
system keep you too busy for the word of God.
yeah, it's too busy. Yeah, you gotta work.
Too busy for the
Right.
word of the Lord.
You know what I mean? Right? So we gonna have it said that our foot gonna have no rest, right? Keep going.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
We're gonna have a trembling heart. You know what I mean? What else?
And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
Why?
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Our lives gonna hang in doubt. We're gonna have fear, man. I fear for my kids. They can't chill on the porch. Why? Because there's bullets flying everywhere out here, man. Right? I can't even drive at 10 o'clock at night because it's a shooting everywhere in North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, Southwest. Everywhere I go in Philly, I'm prone to drive into a shooting, and we've done did it. We done drove into middles of shootings, man.
Right. But us doing
Right? And it ain't happening in the white man. Their community is not going through it. Their community, the Chinese, they are not going through these things, man.
We the only people out here that gotta march for justice when they get shot down in the streets.
Right.
When our women get shot down in the streets.
Right.
You don't see the so-called Chinese man having to march
Right.
out
Right?
here.
Ukrainians aren't
I've never
over
seen
here.
that in my life.
Right? The Ukrainians aren't over here protesting, right? But they want us to protest for them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
But that's what I feel like we should be coming together to take all of these.
The only way we gonna come together
With the Most High, man. Yo, he gonna do it, man.
He already
Look,
doing it.
look.
He already doing it.
Look, watch this.
Look what he just did.
Isaiah
He brought
14:2.
me over here.
Yeah, all praise to the
brought me
Most High,
over
man.
here.
Yeah, because you a powerful brother. He got you here for a reason, man. Not just here with us, but here on this earth, man.
Exactly.
Right, Isaiah.
But when you leave here and make reverence,
Yeah,
you
bring
gotta
dirty
keep
my
that
third.
word in your heart, Jake. You gotta keep it in your heart.
Right, so we going through these curses, right?
Yes.
So how do we,
Soul in your body.
King? So we going through this. So how do we get up out of this situation? Right. Let's see.
It's Deuteronomy 30. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind.
We're gonna call these things to mind because we're gonna forget it. You know what I mean, we forgot, like you said, we gotta relearn this, right? Keep going.
Among all the nations whither the Lord thy God have driven
Right,
thee,
it's all the nations around us. Keep going.
and shall return unto the Lord thy
We're
God,
going to return how?
and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
Keep the Sabbath. Don't hate your brother, right? Don't treat your woman like whores. You know what I mean? It's don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I mean? It's easy laws. Like we keep the laws of America, right? And guess what? What happens if we don't keep it? We get punished. They give us fines and they put us in prison,
Laws of the land.
right? But God got laws,
Of the
right?
land.
Right? You know, He got laws for the people because this is only for one people.
Yeah, but this is our land.
This isn't our land.
It's his land, but stone upon us.
Like you said, you had that vision that there was nuclear. This
Yeah.
land gonna be filled with fire, man.
fire,
With
bro.
fire.
Yeah.
Because we ain't take care of his land.
Well, it's because we didn't take care of
We didn't take
ourselves.
care of Mother
We
Earth.
didn't take care of ourselves by keeping these laws, statutes, and
That's
commandments
facts.
and
That's
having
facts.
fear of
That's
God.
facts.
Yeah, I mean, this is why these things are happening to us. So how you were able to come over here, your ancestors was able to come over here, and how they was able to conquer this land. The weakest people conquering the best, most powerful people on this
Right.
land. Right. So read that again.
It
And
says,
shall return.
call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God.
So we got to return to God. We got to return back to these commandments. It's not hard, man. It's a law. Any king, right? We all say we kings, but a king has order. A king has instructions. Kings aren't out of order. Our community is out of order, and that's not a
Right.
king.
Yes,
You know what I mean, so this is the instructions. This is how we stay in order. You know what I mean? It's not hard to do. It's the most beautiful. This law is perfect, man.
Perfect.
Right? Keep going.
And shall return unto the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
So we got to understand what is it that he's telling us to do. You know what I mean, we got to actually go in this thing and learn it and start implementing it into our lives. Right? Keep going.
Thou and thy children with
Us?
all thy heart,
We got to. It's us that got to learn it. Then we have to teach our children. Then what?
and with all thy soul,
Uh-huh.
that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
Then he's going to turn our captivity. Only until we return back to him and teach our children is when he's going to turn our captivity. Keep going.
And have compassion upon thee,
Uh-huh.
and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
Right, through the transatlantic slave trade, through the sub-Saharan slave trade, we got scattered amongst all nations. We got sold, and God said that he was going to go and gather us. It's going to be a so-called black man. Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai. It's a so-called black man.
I was ready to say that. When I was down in the river and I touched the ladder of Jacob, it wasn't hot, it was cold. And this ladder, and I seen God was black. Like you ever seen a kaleidoscope?
Beat it, Esau.
Keep going.
A kaleidoscope as a kid?
Yeah, oh yeah, the John that
That's
changed.
what it was.
And
God was black.
It say he got. It said his body is of a jasper stone, and he has
Yeah,
wool-like
yeah,
hair.
yeah.
I mean, this is God that is being talked about.
right.
This is the
Yeah.
image that the Bible speaks of, and the
Yeah.
Son is made in His image.
Yeah.
Right? Keep going.
Says, if any of thy be driven out unto the utmost part of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee,
Keep going.
and the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Right, this land is the land of Israel, the land of milk and honey, where it's desolate now, as he promised and prophesied. Keep going.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Right, so the prayer, go to Isaiah 14:2, because so the Lord's prayer is, Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right, this kingdom of ours, this heaven is going to be on earth. See, the white man's heaven is here right now, right? But the white man's heaven is our hell, right? But they say that we got to die to go to heaven. Right, but that's not according to the Bible. This Bible says that heaven is going to be here on earth.
Right.
Now let me show you what heaven looked like. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah
14:1.
This is Isaiah 14 from the top. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel.
So Jacob and Israel is the same person. This is his descendants, and he said he was going to have mercy on us, not everybody. Right? Keep going.
And set them in their own land.
Like he said, he was going to gather us from being scattered around the earth, and he was going to put us back in our own land. Right?
And the strangers
These other nations, right?
shall be joined with
They're going
them,
to be with us. They're going to be with us in heaven. Let's see what their position going to be.
and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them, and bring them to their place.
Right.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
The Israelites are going to possess these strangers, these other nations, in the land of the Lord for what?
For
Well,
servants.
this is the Bible teaching, man. God said that when he bring us into heaven, we're going to be possessing the people for servants and what else?
And handmaids.
And handmaids. That's slave men and slave women. What else?
And they shall take them
We're going
captives.
to take these people captives. Who?
Whose captives they
You were
were.
the captives of your ancestors, so you have to be a captive according to the word of God, right?
And-
These people are going to be captives, right? Keep going.
And they shall rule over their
We're
oppressors.
going to rule over our oppressors, man. That's according to the word of God, man. This is what heaven looks like, man. Right? This is what's promised to us. So it's promised that these curses was going to come upon us if we don't listen to the Most High God. And then if we keep his commandments, this is the promise that he's given us, that he's going to gather us again. He's going to put us in the land. And just like how we had to be slaves for them, and we had to build their cities, they're going to build our city.
Right.
You know what's crazy? Because that's what's going on right now.
What's that?
Down Kansas and Allegheny,
The-
they already got them captive.
But now they all on heroin, right? But when we was on heroin, there wasn't no opioid crisis. But now that the white man, now they want to open up rehabilitation centers, right? Because it's their children.
Now look,
Man,
Watch
it helps
this.
me
I'm
because
gonna
the
break
curses
something down to
is
y'all real
slipping
quick,
on them
right?
now. That was
I was standing over there one day, right?
I'm listening.
A cop went up to me and asked me if I've been through too. I said, now a lot of people there, cause I said, you're assaulting me. Verbally assaulting me. Verbally assaulting me. If I'm just chilling here, minding my own business, why are you coming up to me? Don't come to me and verbally assault me. Walk away.
That's what they do.
And that's what he did. He walked away.
Let me show you something.
7:14.
Psalm 7 and 14. NLT. Watch this.
Psalm 7 and 14 in the NLT. The wicked conceive evil.
Right? These police officers, right? The European Caucasians, they go everywhere, rape, rob, murder, and enslave, man. It says they conceive evil.
They are pregnant with trouble and give birth to lies.
Like this white Jesus, like these white baby angels, like these white prophets. These are the birth of lies, that they're Jewish. But if I said you was childish, that'd mean you're acting like a child, right? But they're Jewish because they're acting like a Jew, right? They are birthing lies, right? Keep going.
They dig a deep pit to trap others,
They dig it deep by putting heroin in our communities, by putting guns in our communities, right?
then fall into it
They
themselves.
fall into it themselves, man. All praise to the Most High.
Hey.
Now we see, I need help signs from the Europeans, man. Now they, y'all mean, are the ones filling up these rehabilitation centers, man. Now they got syringes stuck in their arm, man.
Right.
That's Psalm 7 and 14.
7 and 14.
NLT.
Now,
The
songs is about what's going on right now. Music, all of it, everything. Like when I died, it said, it ain't over until the fat lady.
Wow.
It ain't over to the fat
ain't.
lady
It ain't
sing,
over
man.
till
It
the
ain't.
fat lady
So we
sing.
about to bring the fat lady over, man, because we want this thing to be over, man. I want rulership, man.
Right.
We need
Now,
brothers like you,
now,
man, to
look.
teach our people,
Now,
King.
look.
Right.
Now look, this is another thing. With the music, I have a song called So Thankful. It goes from being a sinner to coming back.
Being the sinner and returning back.
My music is at Mary J. Blige's producer house.
All praise to the Most High, man.
And once I heard it's not over till the fat lady sings, we the new gospel.
Make sure you get a flyer from us.
We gotta wake them up with the new music, all this yada yada yada, all that, man. We don't need none of that.
We don't, man.
We don't.
It's only destroying our people, our children, because they the ones listening. Because when Cardi B don't talk about her wet ass, you know what I mean, ain't showing her daughter that joint. She
There
ain't
was a
showing her
video where
daughter.
she hit her.
She pulled her daughter and caught her ears. You know what I mean? But she want our children to hear it
Let me
though.
ask you this question, right?
Huh.
Where does music come from?
This music, like we said, well, music always been around. Music always been around.
Music, right, is a frequency, but they don't tell us it's music.
It's
free. A
It's a
beat.
beat.
Your heart. Your
Yeah.
heart is already a musical tool. Your ears can hear. You're not hearing these sounds just to be hearing them.
We can create it.
We can create it. How you think a blind man can see? I can see from right here across the street all through this show with my eyes closed. A deaf person is not deaf just to be deaf. He has more frequencies than a little bit.
His other senses are heightened.
Or heightened. They just doing this shit with scientifically. That's what they're doing. We know what we are.
Yeah, they was given all these devices.
Let's go to 1 Corinthians.
They gave us
8:5.
the devices to mess us up with our frequencies. We are the hair. That's why they tell you to cut your hair. They tell you to cut your beard.
There's a brother in the Bible, right? His strength came from his hair, and it was his girl,
Yeah,
right? She was
yeah.
trying to find out how for him to lose his strength, and he told her.
The little poem, the riddle we gave him.
Yeah,
And she begged him to get the answers to the riddle because the people in her tribe was like, well, you going
Yeah, and then she got his hair cut.
She kept
Yeah,
trying to
man.
figure out. That's crazy.
You know, well, you don't love me. You don't love me if you won't give me the answer, you know. My people going to ridicule me and all, you know. Wicked ways of the one.
All right, bring this out. Watch this. There's things that they don't teach, man. Like the Christian church don't teach things like this. Go ahead.
Right. It's 1 Corinthians 8:5. For though there be that are called gods.
Right, there's things that are called gods, like the Kaaba stone, like Allah, like this white Jesus. It's all called gods, right?
Used to be in that nonsense. Well, I know.
Me too.
But we always trying to find the way. We was trying to find our truth. You know what I mean? And we knew that wasn't the truth. You know what I mean?
It's a journey.
But even Islam, even the Arabs know they got to go to the Torah and the prophets. That's a part of their 5 articles of faith, right? But we're prophesying and they don't stop, right? They come in our communities, they sell us cigarettes and hookahs, right? They open up hookah shops, you know what I mean? They put pork in all of our ingredients, right? To keep us at the lowest state, you know what I mean? Let me get Judith 5:20.